And hello folks, it is I, Kamikaze again, here to bring you some more Pokemon Go information. Since the tracking system in the game hasn't been working for me for a while, I was looking for a fix for it online, just like a workaround or something to help me track Pokemon, because that whole thing where the radar shows how close they are, and then the 3 feet, 2 feet, 1 foot, all that kind of stuff, the 3 feet thingy doesn't work anymore. It just always shows 3 feet for me, and it seems to be that way for a lot of people. But what's going on here is this is the thing I found. It's called a Pokemon Go map. And as weird as that sounds and as sketchy as this looks, it actually logs in through Google like a normal application would and so forth. So far, it seems safe. I can't guarantee it. I'm not responsible for any problems that end up happening, whether you get banned from Pokemon Go or otherwise from using this. I'm not responsible. I apologize. But what we have going on here is we got the login to Pokemon Go. And you could either log in through your Google or the trainer thing. And 1 second here, I'm going to delete my API key, so that way you can't use mine, because you can make your own. I will show that to you in just a second. So now back to here. So after you create your, or do your login thing, blah, 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 you scroll down, you follow this guide. It's very simple. I'm not going to show you how to do it here because this guide right here explains it perfectly. And it took me literally like 2 minutes to make an API key using a Google account. And so you get your API key because you have to enter it in here, whatever it ends up being, all the numbers and letters and stuff. I really don't know what an API is. Not even going to pretend. But it allows it with the Google Maps to update or something. And then next here is the config options, where you choose locate, like you could locate where you are, or you type in an address. Like in this example, we're going to go New York, New York. Boop, boom. And so now it's located New York, New York. And so that is its location for that. I don't live in New York, but I'm just going to use it as an example. And then down here is scanning options, which is a radius. It does in like a hexagon shape. I can show you that in a moment. And then server options, which I have no idea what it is. And so what is going to happen here is, since I've already done this and so forth, I'm just going to hit login to, whoops, hold on a sec, let me add my API key back. That's what happens if you don't put in an API or an actual API. And then we're going to go log in with Google. It's going to pop up this extra window, which is going to do its thing where it says blah, 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 know who you are on Google, view your email address, and all that kind of crap. And so you just here, all you do is hit allow. Done. That's it. You're now logged in. And it logs you in just like it would anything else. And what it's going to do here is it tells you here, operational, means the thing is up and working, I guess. And then I don't know what the mobile does. I couldn't get that to do anything. But see, it threw me here at the Brooklyn Bridge City Hall in the middle of Lower Manhattan. And as you can see, what's doing right now is I already have it set up to show me certain Pokemon and so forth, because you can filter out which ones you want to see and which ones you don't. Like here, there is actually a pincer here in New York. I can't get it because I'm not in New York, obviously. And you can't take this with you, unfortunately. There's no mobile app yet. They did have a plan for it or something. But all these things are literally pinpointed. If you scroll in, it shows you this is where the pincer is. Perfectly. And it shows you Oddishes, Tauros, Executes, Tangulas, Squirtles, Geodudes, all of these things. And as you can see, it's updating around in like a hexagon pattern. This is about, I don't know, less than half its size. It will get bigger, and it will cover every place that there's actual Pokemon, which is really awesome in my opinion. I wasn't actually looking for something that literally showed me exactly where the Pokemon were, just something that would up the update. Because me personally, I like finding the Pokemon. I like walking around and hunting them down. I just got really annoyed that I missed out on Pokemon because the radar did not work as it was intended to. So this I would consider cheating, and I would believe that it's probably against the terms of service or otherwise. Me, I'm not going to use it after they fix the radar. I'm probably not even going to use it a whole lot, because the whole thing is that it will actually tell you how long a Pokemon is left here. Like right there, it says it's got 2 minutes and something seconds left before it disappears. So if you load this up and you're like, oh, I want that pincer, you have 6 minutes to go out there and get that pincer. And unless you carry a laptop with you with a constant internet connection, you won't be able to use this very well. But look at all these Pokemon. It's showing you everything. I have it so it doesn't show drowsies and a whole bunch of other crap. I think over here in the options, we've got change your location. You can literally put yourself anywhere. Like, let's go Chicago, Illinois, United States, boom. And then it will immediately start doing the search there. Oh, look, right there, there is a Tauros, pinpoint on there. So, just using that example, you can choose to show Pokemon, you can choose to show gyms, you can show Pokestops that are all around, and then you can, like what I'm showing is the scan locations, which you can turn on or off as you see fit. Oh, look, there's a Jinx. Well, I don't care about Pokestops or gyms. I don't even really care about Chicago. But then here, you can hide common Pokemon. You just start typing one in, like, or click here, and then you can scroll down a list and choose to hide those. And then you can choose for it to show these. So that way, if this happens for the notify on Pokemon, down here you can notify with sound, which then Windows will pop up and go, a Dratini has been found, or a Kabuto has been found. And then, well, you just come over here and, oh, look, Hitmonlee. Ata! So it's a very simple thing to use. It's very simply done. It doesn't update really, really quickly, but it can help you catch some of those Pokemon you've been after, and you can check your area before you go walking out into the middle of nowhere. But as I mentioned, I was just searching for a way to make life easier trying to find Pokemon while the radar was broken. It's not something I'm going to be using for very long once they get that fixed. And mainly because it defeats the whole hunt. I enjoy the hunt. I enjoy finding them, searching for them, hunting them down. But here it just kind of tells you. And you can change the radius to expand, but it takes longer and longer and longer as it's expanding its search, because each one of those bubbles, I mean, like, eventually it's going to be like 200 bubbles that way, that way, that way, that way, that way. And by the time it does that, these will have all expired, because these green bubbles turn like yellow, then red, and then they disappear. And then you can, but if you leave the spot here, it will continuously update them every so often, giving you an idea of what's around you. And you can always change it, as I mentioned, over here. Change your location. So if you ever move from spot to spot, you can actually type in actual addresses, like, grab the presidential towers here. We'll just, you can grab presidential towers, but here I'm just showing you the address thing. You don't even have to type the whole thing in. It will try and guess it for you, like here. And you click it, and it goes, boom. Oh, look. Now you're going to start your search there. Just slightly over there. So no matter where you are, you can check to see what Pokemon are around you, hunt them down, cram them in a ball, enslave them like you would any other game. And that's pretty much how this works in a nutshell. I hope this video will help you out and explaining on how this works and so forth. I'm surprised at how quickly something like this came up for how short Pokemon Go has been out. But it is a useful tool if you really need it. Was that like a ridiculous... Yeah, look at all these Diglets. I thought there was Doug Trios there for a second. I was like, oh, cool. But yeah, so this is a cool little thing. Use it as you will. As I said, I am not liable for anything that happens to you by using this program. Just because I don't want to be responsible. But it's cool. It's fun. It makes things a little bit easier for you if you're really looking for something specific. It lets you know when it's around you. So, if this helped you at all, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, do all the fun things, make me happy camper. I will be providing the links below in regards to, well, the link that takes you to the place to download this in the most updated version. As you saw, this was like 0.1.3. It's still in the working stages, and it has like a slow load and so forth. But it actually tells you, and like if you catch a Pokemon and then you tell it to search there, that Pokemon will be gone. Because it's displaying it for what you see, not anyone else. That's why you need your own specific API and to log in with your account. That way it keeps track of what you've caught and what's no longer there, so you don't try and hunt down like, oh look, because you need a ridiculous amount of magikarps. If you tried to hunt down magikarps, you know what? This would have helped me if, oh man. Oh, I can't believe that. If I had found this beforehand, it would have made my Magikarp hunt so much easier. I would have been able to find all the Magikarp I needed versus hatching so many eggs. Oh my god. Oh, I'm such a moron. Oh. Oh well, that's the whole fun of the game. So, remember, like, subscribe, comment, do all the fun things. If you have any questions about it, please leave them below. I will try and answer them. But remember, I am not proficient about this. And wow, there's two Tauruses right next to each other. Literally, right next to each other. That's a first. But yeah, I'll do my best to try and help you out, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.